Anybody who knows me will know that this is what I'm going to say because I've not only watched it a billion times, I've told everybody about it that I love it, and that's Sinners. Because it has freaking everything. It has vampires, but kind of vampires that are well established vampires, like vampires are, but also so much new. It has the whole ethical barrier, it has time travel, it has magic. I love everything about that movie. Second, I have to throw out is Good Boy, just because it's so emotional and it's terrifying. But my number one, not only for this year, I would say it's become one of my favorite horror movies is Sinners.
I think I gotta give it to The Long Walk, honestly, because that movie had me bawling. That movie, like, I went with a group of 4 people, Lukas included. We were almost all of us, 3/4 of us were bawling our eyes out watching that movie because that movie just hit so emotionally hard, and a lot of the undertones of the storytelling, like, they really hit harder, especially nowadays. So it just kind of played from beginning to end perfectly. And I didn't know that this was a Stephen King book until after the movie, until after I had seen the movie. And I think it was Lukas who didn't even realize that was Mark Hamill at first, because he just man's got range, and he did fantastic. That whole movie was amazing. And I think the 2 young actors, which one of them did not realize is a nepo baby, I think they're both going far with this movie, or at least I hope they do.
I gotta go with Big Sis. Sinners. Sinners is hands down was just beyond an experience. Like, especially seeing it in IMAX. Man, it was beautiful film, well paced. The way it just slowly just set up all the characters, knowing that things were gonna hit the fan later. Like, oh man, it was just beautiful. Gotta give it to Kugler. Gotta give it to his production team. Gotta give it to all the actors. Congrats to Wumi Masaku for winning Gotham Awards, Best Supporting Actress. So congrats to her. So beautiful film. Oh, and also I gotta concur. Good Boy is definitely honorable mention, man. That was such an awesome film, especially being a dog lover. So
the best horror movie that I saw this year was probably The Long Walk. The adaptation of it was a Stephen King book, I think. But no, it was just that movie broke my heart into pieces. It made me feel things, and honestly, that's the best thing that these movies can do. I would say second to that, just because I'm a massive fanboy for it, is 28 Years Later. I would say is my that was so nice. I loved it.
So if we're talking just movies, right? Then I have to say Sinners. I have to say, my God, I told you guys, I told Marcus, I told everyone, it was a breath of fresh air to me, because all these movies that have been sucking like crazy, don't get me wrong, love Terrifier 3, but I believe that was last year, right? Yeah. Man, Sinners fucking blew me away to the point that I was like, finally a good movie. Not just a horror movie, a good film. Finally. And I think Ryan Coogler's choices were amazing. I mean, at first, when I thought about it, when I saw from widescreen to full screen, the first thought was why. But I got why immediately, right? To see the whole area of what's happening, the storytelling, the pacing, everything was phenomenal. I mean, even if you want to say after credit scene, right? Phenomenal of how it tied in together. I mean, incredible to the point that he's just like, even though me and my wife survived, you're still my nephew, still love you. And that's the only reason why they didn't attack him. And he even offered, he's like, are you sure? He goes, I'm sure. Then play for us one last time. God damn it, man. What an incredible movie, man. And then also to talk about, like Donna mentioned, the history of everything, how Irish can relate to fucking, African American culture, if you will, when they're like, we're both one and the same. We've been, we've been prejudiced the whole nine against. You know what I mean? It was absolutely phenomenal. And again, even if you take those cultures out, it's still a phenomenal storytelling movie. I tried every other movie that came out this year, and some were great, some were bad, but I feel like Sinners is so underrated. It should not be where it is listed in the rankings. It should be higher, in my personal opinion. But as a movie, if we're not talking about just horror in general, just a movie, Sinners takes it for me. Absolutely incredible performances, everything. Oh,
So best horror movie that I saw in 2025 is Bring Her Back. I was going into this movie very skeptical. I didn't know if we were going to get another good release from the director of that film, but man, when I sat down and watched the movie, I was instantly drawn in with the opening introduction of the brother and sister in that movie, and then the tragedy that befalls them. But then the woman that they're saddled with. This is probably, I think, the first of 3 or 4 supernatural movies that came out this year. They're all tying into the same witchy type lore, and this is the best movie to pull it off. We had Weapons, we had Strange Harvest. There's another one out there as well, but this one hit the best. The storytelling is fantastic. The cinematography is fantastic, and not once, but 2 times in this movie here, I actually jumped in my seat. And I don't jump at horror attractions, I don't jump in films or anything like that, but there was 2 moments in this movie that got me to jump. And ever since it came out, which I think was June, it's been number 1 on my list. No movie, whether it's horror or non-horror, has been able to beat this movie. Just loved it. I love the feeling that it left me with. It was just a well-told story, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming next from this director.